All right, sorry for the wrinkled shirt here. Had a little unexpected trip to Universal Studios. I was in the area, so with my annual pass, why not? So I'm walking from my hotel back here, the DoubleTree from Hilton, and yeah, I figured since I was in the area, might as well get some Christmas shopping done, because there's some stuff that, you know, you can only get here. And my family's huge Harry Potter fans, all of them. So I was gonna see what I could find. My oldest, Rachel, she loves the keychains. So I'm gonna try to find her a Hedwig keychain. That's a mission. I'm trying to decide whether or not to get the family robes or not. They're kind of expensive, but it would make for a great Christmas present. So I'm just kind of trying to figure that out right now. Since I'm not staying on property, I won't have the room key to do the express pass. So, but last time I was here, the most amazing thing ever happened to me. I broke down on my favorite ride, the Mummy. So they turned all the lights on, they escorted us off the cars. It was the most amazing experience I've ever had. But Universal being the way they are, they made up for it, and they gave me, wait for it, express pass. So these are one-time use. They can be used on anything but Hagrid's, the flyers, I can't remember, the Praetorian flyers, I think they're called. I'm not really sure, don't hold me to that one. And the Bourne Stuntacular, so you can't use them on those. So the people we were stuck on the ride with, they weren't going to come back for a couple years, so they gave me theirs. So I have 5 total express passes waiting to be used. Might as well use them now because they expire in March. So my guess is I'm probably going to use them on, you guessed it, my favorite ride, the same ride I got stuck on, Revenge of the Mummy. That's one of those rides where I can just ride it over and over and over again and never get tired of it. So, oh, also a little pro tip. If they're not checking hotel room key cards, when you're walking to the front entrance of City Walk, instead of making that left to go into the front entrance, try making this right here, walking down the walkway and catching the boat from the Portofino. It's a lot easier on the legs, and you also get the private security check-in, so it's not as much hustle and bustle as it would be going through City Walk security. So if you're able to do that, I highly recommend it. If you're not staying on property, they might check your credentials. You might not get away with it, but it's only one way to find out. There's a little bit of a drizzle out here, a little overcast, but it's making for some really comfortable weather. So I will see you inside. Here we are coming up to the Portofino entrance. We're gonna see if there's any security check-in credentials, and it looks like we are golden because they'd be posted up right there at that entrance. So we're just gonna make our way down here and catch that boat. In a second, you'll see how easy the security check-in is compared to the one at City Walk. It can be kind of nuts, and it's a lot of walking. I'm a little lazy. And here we are coming up on it. Look at that. So much easier. And here we are, just about a 6-minute boat ride and light security check. I'm here. It's a lot easier than going through City Walk, believe me. Now, I'm no rocket surgeon, but I know a busy day at the park when I see one. It is Saturday. and it's gonna be packed. Look at these people pouring in. So I made it in, and I was right. Look at all these people. It's gonna be a busy Saturday here at Universal Studios. And I think I know where I'm gonna get Rachel's keychain. In Diagon Alley, there's a store dedicated for beasts and critters of the wizarding world. So I'm gonna try that place. I'm sure I can find a really cool Hedwig keychain over there. But it's got a little drizzle out here now, and it kind of feels good. Hopefully it clears everybody into some stores and everything. Maybe I'll get to ride some rides in the rain. But yeah, I'm just gonna head down Main Street. Man, there's a lot of people. As soon as Saturday hits, you get all these locals coming here because they ran that promotion. I think if you bought like a day or two, I'm not exactly sure, but you got free admission until Christmas Eve. So all these locals really soaked that up. But either way, it's gonna be a fun day. It's gonna be a quick day. I'm not gonna stay here longer, gotta get back to Georgia. But see what we can get into for the time being. So change of plans. I was over here by Rip Ride Rocket, and I said, hey, I want to ride that. I think I'm gonna use one of my express passes on it. And if anybody doesn't know anything about Rip Ride Rocket, look at that. It goes straight up. Anyway, you get to choose a song that you ride to before you actually ride it. And it's really cool because it's like only you can hear it when you're riding it. You can choose things like Rollin' by Limp Bizkit, or what's another one? Kickstart My Heart. You can choose a lot of different songs, but there's actually a secret song list. If you Google it or YouTube it, you can find it. And what you do is you press and hold your finger on the Rip Ride Rocket logo for 10 seconds, I think it is. But you want to hold it there a little longer to make sure you get it. And then you type in a code and press enter, and you can get a secret song. One of my favorites is the Muppets, Moving Right Along, or Lose Yourself by Eminem. I don't know which one I'm gonna do yet, but I'll keep you informed, and I'm about to ride that thing. All right, so I did it, everybody. And before you start blowing up the comments and messaging me directly like, oh, why didn't you get a point of view of Rip Ride Rocket? I'd love to see the ride. I can't, because you go through metal detection before you go on there. Same with the Hulk, because there was just too many incidences where things were falling out of pockets and hurting others and damaging property. So now you got to go through a metal detector, and you can't have anything in your pockets. Really, the only thing you're allowed to have is your park ticket, so you can open up the free locker after you put all your stuff in there. So now that's over. Actually, the wait time was posted as 60 minutes. And with that express pass that I used, I waited about 10. The song I chose this time was Sabotage by the Beastie Boys, and that made for a pretty cool ride. So on our way to the Mummy now. So you can see the crowds haven't let up at all. Oh my God, look how crowded the Mummy is. These guys on stilts are so scary. They just stare at you, they don't say anything. I'm gonna give it a shot though. I'm gonna come in here and try to use my express and see what happens. So yeah, the wait time, 60 minutes for the Mummy. Let's see how long it takes you with that express pass. All right, so I just got off the Mummy. I started my watch as soon as I crossed the threshold of the queue, and I stopped my watch right when I pulled down my restraints on the car, and it took 16 minutes and 49 seconds. So I don't think it's too bad, especially with those express passes. It really does a trick, and it makes it worth it. I only rode it once. I know. It's not really my character, but like I said, it's gonna be a quick day today. I got some stuff to do. I got to get back to Georgia, and I really need to get some Christmas presents. So I'm gonna try to do some of that now. That right there is Lombard's Landing. It's a great little seafood spot. If you're an annual pass holder, you can actually go upstairs, get a great view of the park and a nice air-conditioned spot, and they actually give you a secret menu as well. So there's a lot of perks to being a pass holder in these parks. They really treat you well. Heading into Diagon Alley, I should find some really cool stores for some Christmas presents for the girls. Almost brings me to tears every time I see it. It's so awesome. It actually brought Danielle to tears, literally. First time she ever walked in here, she teared up. It's a great view. Look. I mean, we're in the Wizarding World. So this is that beast store I was talking about earlier. Magical Menagerie. Let's see what they got going on. I see Hedwig already. These are the keychains. $15. Probably gonna grab one of those. You got dog collars. These are cool. Get your dog a cool little dog collar for $21.95. And here's your bow truckles. I got one of these guys hanging above my rear view mirror. He goes everywhere with me in case I need to pick a lock or something. And are you really even in Diagon Alley if you don't witness the fire-breathing dragon? So I found something perfect for Danielle. She's always drinking her Pepsis. She loves them. So I figured she could put one in there. She's gonna love that. Gryffindor. Danielle's a Gryffindor. Rachel is a Ravenclaw. And me and Lena are both Slytherin. So, just so you know the houses of the family. So I had 3 express passes left, and I just felt like blessing somebody, so I found this nice family of 3 and just gave them to them. They seem really happy about it, so I'm glad I can make somebody's experience a little bit better. It's getting even more crowded as the day goes on. It's just a sea of people. It almost looks like it looked like pre-COVID. So I'm glad the park's thriving, glad to see it. Everybody's practicing social distancing for the most part. And everybody's having a good time. So here's one of my favorite views of both the tree and then in the background, you got Rip Ride Rockit. I was in the line for Rip Ride Rockit, and I was talking to one of the team members. I try to talk to as much of them as I can because a lot of times I feel like they get overlooked, and they're really nice to everybody, man. They make things go so smoothly, so I try to talk to him and make conversation. And he gave you a cool little inside info. I never noticed before, but the Rip Ride rocket doesn't actually go upside down. Technically, it doesn't go upside down, which I kind of should have known that because they don't have shoulder restraints, but it really feels like you go upside down. So it's a little cool tip, cool little piece of information for you. There they go. But yeah, it does not go upside down. Also, another cool tip, at my favorite, this used to be the ride Kongfrontation. So that was the original King Kong ride that they had at the parks. And actually, the old track is still installed there. It's above the Mummy ride. It's actually built within the infrastructure of the building, so they can't remove it, or else they got to tear the whole thing down. It's another cool little pro tip. So I got Danielle a cup, I got Rachel a Hedwig keychain. That's really all I could find around the Harry Potter area. But cool little tip, if you don't find what you're looking for in the areas that you're looking for it in, the front stores, like the Universal store in the front and the Islands Adventure store in the front of the park, they have everything. So anything that you see in the park, most likely you can get it at those stores. Makes it a little easier when you don't want to carry stuff around. So just keep that in mind. Alright, I'm headed out of the park now. I didn't really find anything that I really wanted to get at the Universal store. But there is one more Universal store I want to check out before I head out, and that's the one in City Walk. I'm looking for a Deathly Hallows bag for Danielle. Their purses here are made by Loungefly, and she really likes them. So I'm looking for that Deathly Hallows one. That's the one she's had her eye on for a while. So I'm gonna check it out and see if they got it. They did not have it. So I'm thinking I'm gonna call it a day. Get back on the boat, head to the Portofino. That way I can walk back to my car and maybe get some Mickey D's on the way back home to Georgia, since I just spent all this money. But it wasn't that bad. I just got the keychain and the cup. So I'm gonna head back home now and see the family. All right, so my time at the park is over. Just got off the boat. I'm gonna make the walk back to the truck so I can get it all fueled up and get back to my beautiful family. I decided against the robes today just because, I mean, they really need to be sized up for them. You know what I mean? I don't want to get them expensive robe and it doesn't even fit them. That would be upsetting. So yeah, maybe next time we're here, I'll go ahead and get them all sized up and ready to go. So yeah, off to the truck. And remember, if you like the content, you like the video, hit that thumbs up and that subscribe button. It costs you $0.